writing probes. So, like a couple of years ago, you and I worked out the system of putting a folder for each teacher.
Right.
And so that worked. And but then this year, kids had such poor handwriting that we went to online Google Docs. I made sure every student shared the Google Doc with their teachers. It was an ongoing Google Doc, level of 2019, 2020, writing within probes. Okay, students, get out your writing probes. Make sure you're not creating a new writing probe. And we'll always put them on top. We'll always have them copy the prompt. So what I have found is that even though I'm saying you have to do at least 5 sentences, you have to do a topic sentence and 3 supporting and a closing sentence, some students are still not getting that done. Some students are taking in 10 minutes, some students are taking 40 minutes to do it. Writing program. They're very simple, and their choices of writing probes too. They have 3 or 4 choices. How can I streamline this process to get quality probes? So the content editing rubric.
Yeah, you guys still using that one?
Yeah, for
the
some of the
most
students,
part.
and I don't
Okay.
like that rubric because students will be struggling with run-on sentences. So they'll have this much written on their paper, but they'll have 1 period at the end.
It's like one big sentence, yeah.
So how do you measure 60% of the sentence or 80%?
Yeah, I mean, just
of sentences written. So,
since seen it a million times with you guys, are you looking at more like streamlining to get them to do the work, or just streamline how to make it more like that you're accurately assessing the work? You know what I mean?
yeah, it's like getting not just one sentence from them, getting that 5 sentences for every student.
Well, especially with like your level of students,
Yeah,
my guess is those IEPs are coming in with if it's the 28-point rubric where
yeah,
it's written where they're assessing every single skill on there.
yeah.
Maybe that's not the most appropriate.
True.
If you're assessing, if it says on there, what is it, something about building a paragraph or supporting sentences, but you've got a kid that can only write 1 sentence, doesn't make sense to be scoring him on that skill that they don't have.
Okay.
Especially if that sentence doesn't make sense, because if it doesn't have the capitalization, the punctuation, I think you just got to prioritize what's important. If you have a student that gives you 4 lines of writing, but it's 1 sentence,
Right.
but that they show that they can capitalize the correct stuff, they've got the proper grammar for the most part, then doesn't make sense to necessarily assess those skills, because you could just write in the IEP that you're only going to assess sentence structure, because now you're going to target your instruction for that student to focus more on this sentence structure and not worry so much about the grammar and punctuation because they've got it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Just because it's on the rubric doesn't mean you have to assess it all. You can write it in the IEP because it's
That would take an
individual.
amendment, right?
Yeah, because it's an individual basis.
Right.
Because especially for your kids that don't produce a lot of writing, well, you've got evidence to support that they can't produce writing. So maybe instead of focusing on all the other mechanical parts like the punctuation, the grammar, you just want them to start to build
A topic sentence for supporting the
Bingo.
conclusion.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how those rubrics are written, where it's basically like an intro, the supporting sentences, and you're just going to focus on that.
Okay.
Because I would think too, for a lot of those kids, is it's not necessarily they don't want to do it; they don't know how, because their brain. It's kind of like reading, right? If I can't fluently read, well, I can't comprehend what I'm reading.
Right.
If I know I can't put together a sentence, if I can't put together 1 sentence, I'm sure as heck not going to put together 6 to 8 sentences.
Right.
So I think you just got to really know the student, use the data you have, and then pick and choose what skills on those rubrics you want to assess, and then target your instruction for.
Okay. So is this gonna call for going to each and every student and kind of diagnosing? And, okay. That's a lot of work. I mean,
Yeah, but I'm sure you could
open
probably,
to
I mean, I'm
doing
sure
it.
though, but you could probably rattle off the top of your head right now. You could probably say, well, this kid needs to do this. I mean, probably whatever you're thinking is just what you would need to do for the
It'd be a
IEP.
lot of amendments.
It would be, in this time of year. How many IEPs you got left this year though?
For me, I only have one IEP left, so.
Yeah, because it's going to be a busy time of year after spring break, because you're going to have to do
Yeah.
transition stuff and all
Yeah,
the,
well, we got transition, we have.
and then you're going to have all
we
the
have, ESY.
ESY and all, and then the senior exits.
Yeah,
Maybe the most manageable for the rest of the year would just focus more on targeting the instruction piece of it. So still don't amend the IEP, leave it as is. But, you know, you got those handful of kids that you're only getting 1 or 2 sentences out of, then just
Right.
really diagnose and really look through those sentences of, okay, can they just not put together a sentence? Or do I need to just focus on putting together sentences, you know, my instruction for that?
okay,
Start there. Maybe if they get more comfortable writing sentences and more confident, then maybe you see over time that they're able to build more of them.
okay,
Or maybe they just don't know what a supporting sentence is too. I think that's kind of going to be that professional diagnostic process for you, is really identifying you've got a symptom, but what's the cause of the symptom, so to speak.
Mhm. Well, like that first semester, we worked on language, we worked on writing good sentences, and we moved up to writing good paragraphs, or an informative paragraph, persuasive paragraph, and now we're a short essay. So, I'm sorry, getting off the screen here.